Well, everybody, here we are. My last process video for Creating with Collections Volume 4. This process video, this project is based or inspired by a layout that Shamel did at one of her lives. It was one of the few lives I got to come to and look at and chat, and I love Shamel's lives. And if I can at all find a way to attend them, I do. So for this one, she had used, it started as a sketch, and then Megan Andrew had gone ahead and done a layout using the sketch, and then Shamel had done a layout inspired by Megan's layout. And I am doing a layout inspired by Shamel's layout, which I think is totally, completely, and utterly awesome. I am going to use a lot of the 6x8 paper pads on the 6x8 pattern paper on today's layout. So I'm going to cut, I believe, if I remember correctly, these are 1-inch strips, and I'm also going to ink all of my strips up using Vintage Photo Distress Oxide ink. I specifically chose the patterns from the 6x8 paper pad that I didn't like, which is actually sort of funny, but they were the patterns that I found super duper hard to use. And I just went ahead and we're going to cut them into strips and ink them up. Once I had all of these strips inked and cut, I'm going to lay them across my page today. So I think Shamel's layout had 2 photos. I think Megan Andrews had 3. I think the sketch had 3. My layout for today has 4 photos. So let's talk a little bit about this series now that I'm finished, because I'm so finished. As soon as this process video is over, there should be another kind of shorter video where I walk through all of the what I've left. And I'm still unsure if I'm going to keep what I have left hanging around and make a card with it, or 2 cards, or do a memory planner process, or if I'm going to call it done. Either way, whether I decide to keep it or toss it, I am setting it aside and not looking at it for a good long time. Because I have never been so burned out on a collection ever. But let's do some stats. So I created 13 12x12 layouts. 13. And as of today, I went through all of my past videos, correlated them all together into a playlist. I will link that playlist in the description box. So if you want to start at the very beginning and go through all 13 projects and a check-in halfway through, you are more than welcome to do that. There is a playlist, and it's all right there for your viewing pleasure. And yes, you are seeing this correctly. I do, in fact, still have some of this rainbow paper left. I think I bought 2 sheets of it. I know I cut into both sheets. I think one of them I used the whole thing. And so this is all I have left. But if you happen to watch Nicole's videos, this was her favorite paper. She used every little scrap of it. In my case, I had a really hard time using it. I bought it thinking I would love it and that I would use a ton of it, and I ended up just not being drawn to it. I'm not sure exactly why, but so I am going to go ahead and use this piece. And actually, I don't think I have any of it left because the videos are a little bit out of order. The one that for the most part, the videos are in chronological order, except for the last 2. So the one I popped up last week, that was a Sketches by Allison video. That one was actually technically my last layout I did. And I did this one before I did the hexagon one. So there's that. And I think that last little chunk of that rainbow paper became hexagons. So I matted my photos. I have 4 photos. I matted them 2 and 2 on, or I matted them on the blue paper, which was the last big hunk of paper that I had. Like, that was it. I just had that big hunk of blue paper. So that's what I used. So 4 photos. The 4 photos are of my youngest son, Logan, my 2 nephews, and my brother-in-law makes an appearance in there. So initially, when I took this photo, I just wanted one photo of the 3 boys together. And then they started like messing with each other's suits. So they were like, here, let me tighten your tie and fix your collar. Like, so, and then my brother-in-law hopped into the picture and started making funny faces behind them. So I ended up with 4 photos. I needed a scrapbook when initially I had just wanted one. For my title, I'm going to use this cut apart that says Snap Happy. Now, I've already used this sentiment as a title on another one of my Creating with Collections pages, but those are going to be so far apart in my album that I'm not even a little bit worried about. So I'm going to have the journaling, or not the journaling, but these 2 cards up at the top. One of them is going to be my title, the Snap Happy, and then the other one, it could be for journaling, but I don't have a whole lot to say. I feel like in this particular case, a picture is worth 1,000 words, and these photos tell the story better than I could with the English language. So that's what I'm planning on doing. I am also using that little piece of the card that you see me kind of trimming up here. That little piece is going to go across the bottom. And I'm just going to add a couple of little puffy hearts to it. I'm also going to use quite a few more phrase stickers. And everything is going to get inked with the Vintage Photo Distress Oxide ink. So Nicole and I started this series in August of 2022, and we are finishing it in November of 2023. So if you've ever wondered how long it would take for you to use up a collection, it took us, at a regular rate of speed, not hurrying or anything like that, 15 months. Wow. I feel like that took a really long time, but it probably didn't when you think about, we all have lives and we always just kind of come back to our supplies. So 15 months to kill a collection, that seems pretty good. And like I said, that wasn't hurrying or anything like that. That was just slowly but surely working our way through it, taking breaks a couple months here and there, things like that. Another thing I have decided is that I don't like blue flowers, because at the end of this, I have, like right now that I'm starting to kind of go through the florals and kind of running out. Remember, I had 2 packs of them, but I am running out of all colors except blue. I have so many blue flowers left. So when I went through and was deciding what I wanted to use to add some flowers to this layout, I was like, okay, well, I'll use blue, but I need to be able to pair it with something else. And man, that was like the hardest thing. I had so many blue flowers. So that's just interesting to me that I wasn't a fan of these blue flowers, apparently. I also don't mind saying that there was not enough of that orange, of the pink in this collection. I feel like there was a ton of blue and a ton of that orangey tomatoey red. And there was not enough pink. We definitely needed some more pink going on in this collection. That's just my opinion, though. I am not a huge red person, so that might have something to do with it. A little smattering of puffy stickers, and we're going to call this layout done. I feel such a sense of accomplishment. You guys have no idea. Like, I am so jazzed up. And I'm like, oh, I want to do this again and again and again. So we'll see if Nicole invites me again, because I would do this again in a heartbeat. It was so much fun. Here are all of the close-ups. Make sure to head over to Nicole's channel, check out her last layout, as well as a small video showing what she has left, and you can see my video showing what I have left. It should have gone up right with this one. Bye!